This is The Fight Nerd. Today is October 2nd, 2010, and it's time for another vlog, or vlog, depending on how you like to say it. Today, it's going to be, hopefully, a very large vlog, because we're going to first Bellator. What was that, Pete?
Vlog.
You prefer vlog?
Yes.
Well, nobody freaking asked you. Well, first thing we're going to is Bellator tryouts, Bellator's open tryouts at the Fight Factory in Philadelphia. And then following that, we've got the Brick City Fighting Championships over in Newark, New Jersey. So, lots of traveling, lots of roaming around, hopefully lots of eating. Pete, any thoughts on today's long trip?
Well, I'm really excited about the open tryouts because I expect we're going to see the full gamut from comically unprepared for this level of competition right up to some like real undiscovered talent. From what I understand, at best they tend to find one guy per city with these who's actually ready for the big show to be put on national television.
Generally.
But, you know, a lot of that's generally due to inexperience. So at these kind of things, some of the standouts, even if they don't make it onto TV, they're the kind of people you have to watch out for, because after they've done a little time garnering experience in smaller shows, they tend to come out strong.
And as we mentioned also, after we leave Philadelphia, we'll be heading up to Newark for the Brick City Fighting Championships, which is a debut event for this company. We don't really know much about them, obviously. Just got the press release like a week before they even announced the event. And there's supposed to be originally like something like 12 or maybe 14 fights in this card, and now, as of last night, it was dropped down to about 8 or 9 already, and a few fights were cleared even, so I'm not even sure how many there will actually ultimately be by the end of the night. I know Igor Gracie was fighting on the card, but according to the New Jersey Athletic Commission, he wasn't medically cleared. Despite making weight, he wasn't medically cleared because of a heart rate issue, so we're not going to see Igor fight. But there's Gregor Gracie. There's going to be, actually, it looks like a lot of BJJ guys fighting tonight, so it's going to be interesting. Pete, do you think that these BJJ guys are actually going to strike, or are they going to grapple?
I'm expecting a lot of grappling. I was going to say there is one guy on the card that I actually know well. Sadly, because it's very early right now, I'm blanking on the name, even though I can tell you all about his training camp and history because I wrote the article. And I don't want to take a stab at it and get it wrong. But there is one fighter that I did an interview for. We do this thing called Spotlight on Local Prospects when we look at local guys who look promising that are like either just getting into the pros or maybe they've had their first couple amateur fights and are undefeated. And this man, he's from New York Top Team, the one in Saugerties. I know that there's a little bit of an issue because there are 2 New York Top Teams in New York. The one upstate in Saugerties, he trained with Joey Gambino. He was good friends with, oh man.
The dude. Michael Dudikoff.
Like, his mother blogs for us, so she's literally going to yell at me if I blank on his name. I write about him a lot, too. It's just really early.
We'll find him, I'm sure, at the show.
But
he'll be there, and a lot of other local guys, and also Rand Weathers from The Ultimate Fighter will be there. He's one of the, I guess, headliners, if you will. Yeah. So we're going to see how this event is. It's going to be a long day. Right now we're in the search of food. We'll let you know when we find it. So thus begins another epic vlog, this time without Russian French soda. That's probably a good thing.
Right. Then stay on the right.
Yeah, he agrees. All right, it's early. We're going to get some food. We'll see you in a bit. And here we are now at the Prestige Diner, putting food in our mouths. I've got some chocolate chip pancakes, and some odd-looking eggs, and Pete has his very lovely, very pretty banana strawberry waffle and some turkey sausage. Is that right?
Yep, turkey sausage.
And why the turkey sausage over other forms of meaty products?
Well, I do enjoy turkey like breakfast stuff, and they didn't have turkey bacon, so this is the next step.
Yeah, so that is a very lovely waffle. I'm going to get another shot at overhead now. Very pretty. Okay, so yeah, we're on our way. We're eating food now, as you can see, and there's Pete chewing. So we're heading now to the Bellator tryouts. We're almost there. Once we get there, we'll be doing some work, and we'll talk to you when we do get there. Say bye, Pete.
Screw
you. Goodbye. All right, we're going to give you guys a little taste of what's happening at the Bellator tryouts, so enjoy a little montage action. Yeah.
On fire, I'm gonna push you over the wire. Perfect timing, tight as a drum. You find the battles already won. I'm taking hold of every moment, giving strength.
brother of Eddie Alvarez, who's trying out today. How'd the tryout go for you so far?
Went very well. I'm happy with myself.
We're waiting for round 2 to see if you advance. Now, overall, how are you feeling about how the way the event's being held?
I thought it was awesome. Came out kind of like a free grappling match, actually. Try to do your stuff.
Have you done amateur MMA before? You have to forgive me if you're
No, I actually had it. I'm planning on fighting soon. Not sure when, but
so hopefully this might be your way to get yourself into the mix.
yeah, and if not this, I'm sure opportunities are going to come along in my career. Still young, healthy, so I'm ready.
And how's your brother going to do against Roger Huerta coming up?
Oh man, that's going to be a good fight. He predicts fight of the year, so I'm just going to go by his prediction. I'll say it's fight of the year too, but Alvarez knocked out.
All right, well, Albert, we wish you good luck today. Future of the sport right here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the Bellator tryouts are now over. Here with the winner of the show. I can't pronounce his name. You're just
Beatrice Karavakis.
What he said. Now, Beatrice, how was the event for you today?
I'm really happy, of course, that I could win today. I did my best, everybody did their best. So, yeah, I was happy. Maybe lucky too.
Hopefully you're going to be fighting October 21st. How are you feeling about fighting this soon?
Yes, so I'm ready.
We're staying camp.
Thank you. Right now, a lot of people might not know who you are, so tell us a little about your history, about what kind of style you fight, and a little bit about your record.
Usually, I did judo for more than 20 years. There was a national team for Lithuania. Came here, I couldn't practice judo because judo is not popular here, so I had to choose this sport. I met some crazy people.
Yes. We have to say Guy Logi is really our boss, our sensei, the head guy in charge. He's not here today because he had to go to an event. He's the guy that is the glue to this whole group. I'm just a mitt holder and a trainer, and he's just a fighter, and together we're just a great team.
What team are you guys from, by the way? Let our viewers know where you're from.
Logi International, International Karate, Logi MMA.
All right, so hopefully October 21st, we've seen this man in action. Congratulations again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And that was the Bellator Open tryouts. All right, I'm trying to get to the same height as Bjorn here, but failing miserably. We just had an interview earlier, and now, of course, the Bellator tryouts are. That's totally unfair. That's
I'm
more
sorry.
like it. It's down my level.
Yeah. I'll take a knee. Damn it. Go ahead.
All right, the Bellator tryouts just wrapped up. How'd they go for you? Found one new guy here, and hopefully going to be fighting October 21st. Give us a little rundown about the event and about this new prospect you have on board.
You know, new prospect who looks spectacular on the ground, look great standing. October 21st is going to be magic for us. He's not from this area, but again, the tryouts take the same form as the tournament. We're just looking for the best fighters. You know what I mean? So if there was a great Philly fighter here that was based here and would sell a bunch of tickets, terrific. And it just so happens that the guy is not from here, but man, he is talent rich. So we'll probably have 6-7 guys who are at this tryout that will end up fighting for us at some time or another in the East Coast. So great.
Hopefully the winner of today's event will be fighting October 21st at the Philly event. And of course it's going to be Eddie Alvarez versus Roger Huerta, Lyman Good versus Ben Askren, a bunch of other great fights. Hopefully you're there. He'll be there, I'm sure. I'll be there too.
We will be there.
We will be there.
No questions asked, yeah.
All right, well, thank you, Bjorn. Congratulations. Good job. Take a knee. That's how we do a fighter in style. All right, and Bellator's tryouts are over, and now we're in a rest stop getting some Popeyes spicy fried chicken. That's pretty good, and there's Pete chewing on a fry. No fry in his hand because he already ate it, so it's kind of anticlimactic, unfortunately. But
well, sometimes you catch the end of the action, which is what happens.
And that's what she said. So we just got through the Bellator Open tryouts. So Pete, what did you think about the event? It was wrapped up pretty quick.
Yeah, it went faster than I thought. I think the winner was a very standout guy. And the guy who I heard working the pads and the guy who really made the biggest impression was the man who ultimately won, whose name
we still can't say.
We still can't say, no.
He's got a really hard pronounceable name, but you saw him already in the vlog, in fact, so that's all good there. So did anybody else stand out in your mind? I saw a few people who I recognized, like Andre Capulo, in fact, was there, who was from M1 Global, who did not do so well in his last fight against Kenny Garner, but he was there.
Yeah, and you know what? He did pretty well in the tryouts. He didn't look bad. I thought in the pads, considering that when you saw people with the pads, they were working with the pads with their own trainers, so they probably worked on something to make them look good. Understanding they're still tired, I thought he looked, given that it was the ideal situation for him, I didn't think he looked great standing up. Rolling, it was cool though. He was, we all know he's pretty good on the ground, and he had a very dramatic little roll with one of the other heavyweights where it looked like he was on the losing end, and he hoisted up for this really raw kind of sweep, right in the last seconds. So, you know, he made a good impression. It's cool to see people you know. But yeah, you got a lot of local guys.
Surprisingly, only one guy. I mean, I'd been to the previous IFL tryouts way back when. I think it was 06 or 07. And that one, I think they pulled a few guys from in the long run, but that was actually a different event. 'Cause that actually had full-on sparring. This one did not have sparring. Were you kind of surprised there wasn't actually any sparring like that?
I thought there would be. I know for a fact that in open tryouts for others, and I think previous open tryouts for Bellator there were. I think coordinating sparring with that many people can be a difficulty.
Insurance issue, definitely.
Yeah, also, like, even just grappling, there were a number of injuries.
Yeah, there were 3 casualties from the grappling today that we've known about, in fact, so fall-on sparring could have been even worse.
Yeah, there might be even more triage than that. That's just the nature of the beast when you're trying to get that many guys together and evaluate them. But Bellator, as they even mentioned, they use a lot of the guys that they don't pick as the winner. Like, they keep their names and they use them for when they come back to local shows, like for the undercard. So I think you might see a couple of those guys on the undercard still. You know, they're coming to Philly. They're going to want some hometown Philly boys to round out the card. So I think you're probably going to see a lot of those guys still on the 21st.
Most likely, and we are now going to be heading into Newark to Brick City Fighting Championship, where we take a little stop for our fried chicken first. You know, they want us to eat unhealthy. It is a weekend after all, right? Good excuse. All right,
you know,
yeah, there's our chicken again. Yum, yum,
I say this all the time. If you go by these video logs, we should be fat and dead by now.
Well, we're on our way.
The only way to really eat this stuff, we do it only when we're traveling. So that's the only time you see us. But I actually eat very healthy outside of this. This is my fix.
You lying slut. Well, either way, we're heading off to Newark for Brick City Fighting Championships. We'll let you guys know when we get there, and we'll be continuing our vlog as soon as we arrive. Fried chicken. So unhealthy.